Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to give you guys my initial thoughts about the update, about all of the characters, and I also want to touch on the KOF Pass. Now we have the re-entry KOF Pass here for your EX characters that are currently in the banner. Both these girls got buffed up. I can tell you guys that Shermie is over twice as strong as what she was, maybe even stronger because there was just a level 90 Shermie that I tested. Kazumi is a whole lot stronger, although her support buffs haven't been improved. She's still an insane support to have, still an amazing character to have on your team, especially with Chill. If you're wanting to do better in Guild Raid, she's going to be a godly character to have for that. Although I will say Kusanagi's buffs are pretty damn insane, but you will get these EX coins. Is it worth $32 for 1,500 coins, some lucky spinners, some gold hammers? You got your selector, and then of course if you buy the $4 pack, you'll get these 200 rubies and some coins. It's okay. I mean, honestly, I don't really think it's the greatest, in all honesty, guys. I don't really think buying EX passes is really the way to go, since the UE characters are really the ones where it's at. But if you are wanting Shermie or Kazumi and trying to level them up, and you want to get rid of any kind of RNG and you're willing to spend some money, those passes aren't a bad thing to queue up to help you along with your progression. Now this one here is $50 for the pack down here where you get all your little summons. There's like 4,500 rubies in here, guys. There's quite a few summons. It's honestly worth it if you're trying to level up your characters, if you're trying to get, you know, some extra pulls, some lucky spinners. It is nice. And then this one here for $10 is still not a bad one because you're still going to get the summons. It's pretty much the same old run-of-the-mill stuff, guys, as far as KOF passes are concerned. So let's talk about the update itself. So we have the All-Star Land Special Mission, which is fine. And this event here will actually allow us to buy, you know, some shards for Kyo. It's going to allow us to get some EX coins, which you should absolutely do. And these here are actually really, really important because these here can actually change the color of your generic EX memory, which is really nice. And these tickets are actually really good too. You should really be farming for these every day. Really, all of these you should be farming for every single day. We also have the All-Star Land dice game where we can get, you know, some rubies, and we can actually get imprint stone, which is really, really nice, guys. This is a selector. That is sweet. So you can actually pick and choose what you need. So even if you don't get, like, say, a moon or star shaped stone, you can use one of these and get some really good stats, get double attack, get increase of blast skills or whatso have you, strike skills, grab skills for a specific character. That's pretty nice. And those things work on any character. So that's awesome. Right, so the dice game isn't, you know, it's all right. You know, it's a free stuff, guys. Nothing really special. We have the Kyo crafting event. We can craft the moon star-shaped stones for Kyo, and then we also have the memory crafting event, which I've already talked about, where we can actually farm for other memories. If you get a memory of Kusanagi, you can actually exchange it for a memory of Psyche, and you can do this up to 4 times or vice versa. And I might end up doing that today because I actually used a couple selectors already. Then we have the Codex, and the Codex is just where we're going to get all these stones, going to be able to get these shards, going to be able to get the prime memories, going to be able to get prime memory shards, so that way you can get an extra prime memory for Keel if you happen to take him to A5. And then with the events, we have the Rush Dungeon. You guys know the drill. Always farm on this one right here when it is available. But in the Rush Dungeon, we have this set. They've been really pushing these gold gain sets like crazy. Now, this is an insane gold gain set. It gains by 50% when clearing a stage. And you can get 2 sets of these. So, if you're trying to build up your gold, which I'm not, but if you're trying to build up your gold, these are some insane cards to have. Like, very, very nice if you're trying to build a gold. I think for veterans, if they're not really doing a whole lot of transcending cards. So really in this game, the only time you really ever spend an insane amount of gold is whenever you're trying to change those plug-in stats. That's where it gets really, really ridiculous. So if it's not something you do a lot of, you might not need these gold gain cards. But, you know, if you're trying to get as much gold as possible, they're going to be a really good way to go. We also have the tower here, the Fighter of Flame, where you're going to need Keel, obviously. There's actually some decent stuff in here. There's an Imprint Stone in here, some EX coins. The Imprint Stone's honestly one of the best rewards in here. And then, of course, you know, some rubies, which is okay. The tower's, you know, the best thing in that tower, honestly, is that Imprint Stone. That's pretty nice. You have the pickup summons, obviously, guys, which we're going to dive into. So you guys saw the pulls that I did yesterday where I was able to get Kyo to A3, I was able to A5 Psyche, and unfortunately Kusanagi got the shaft. But the thing about Kusanagi is, even at level 90, guys, you're going to get his buffs. Like, he's still really, really strong to have on the team, which is very beneficial. Psyche is way stronger than what he was before, but I don't think it's like Ash, where Ash was the strongest. I think that Keo is actually the strongest, definitely, in this update. Probably the strongest in the game. He's OP as hell, guys. And then when it comes to the cards, this set for Keo, I'm sorry, not this one. I clicked on the wrong one there. This set for Keo is insane. It's really, really good because you're going to get that critical rate and that critical damage. It's just going to be OP as hell for the character. However, if you do have another set that does buff up red fighters, right? If you do have another set that buffs up red fighters, let me see if I can find that set real quick. This set right here, which actually does give the same 180% attack, it also will increase critical damage up to 114%. The other set in the banner goes up to 120%, but honestly, this is still very, very good for Keo. So you could actually put this on him if you don't want to spend the rubies on the banner currently. Although, if you don't have the set that I just showed you, then maybe you want to pull for these, especially if you're going for Keo. And since we have some summons, we're going to go ahead and pull for these summons, guys. I did get some 3PGs for Psyche, but I never got Kusanagi's, which actually does buff up allies' attack by 35%. So we're going to go ahead and do these pulls and see what happens, man. Maybe I'll get lucky, maybe I won't. Who knows? I'm just going to skip it. And yeah, we didn't get lucky. Bummer, 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 bummer. That is a bummer. But the update, guys, it's just the same old stuff, guys. Like, the characters are insane. The characters are amazing. As always, Netmarble does a wonderful job with the characters. That's always good, right? Keo is amazing. Like, they changed his kit. They did some different things with his kit, which I really like. That makes him unique and different amongst the other characters, which is something that Netmarble has done religiously. They've done this over and over and over with our fighters. I just wish they would do it with our content, because unfortunately our content is exactly the same as what it's always been. Now, before I pull in this banner, I've already used some selectors, my friends. I only got one selector left for a fighter, and right now I do have Keo at A3, so I actually need 4 memories. Well, actually I only need 3 because I actually have one selector. So if I get Keo within these pulls, I will go to this pity, but if I don't get him in these pulls, then maybe I won't. And even though my Psyche's already A5, I could always exchange his memories, like 3 of his memories, for Kusanagi. So it's not a bad idea to go ahead and do some pulls in here, even though I did use some of my selectors already. But you know, I'm kind of hoping I would get a Keo, to be honest, guys. I really would like to A5 the character, but the truth is, on this account, I really don't need a red at all. Right? I really need those yellows. Actually, Kusanagi and Psyche are quite a bit more valuable for me on this account because of their color. Even though Keo's the strongest. So there is a Psyche memory. I can use that for a Kusanagi memory because, again, I already have my Psyche, you know, maxed out. He's already at A5. Let's just skip it, guys. Let's just skip it. Alright, alright. So, I mean, Keo just hasn't gave no love whatsoever at all. And it doesn't look like he's going to continue to give any love, which is a bummer. But I do have some more summons for characters in that KOF pass. So I'll just wait until that happens. Do a few more pulls. And maybe if I get Keo then, maybe I'll go ahead and go this pity and queue it up. And since I have that other set for red characters, it's not really that optimal for me to pull in this particular banner, but I do have some more card summons in that KOF pass. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to conserve on my rubies, and I'm going to wait until I get those summons for the KOF pass, and then decide what I'm going to do after that, because I really would like to get Kusanagi's 3PG, because it does buff up attack of all allies, making him an even better support than what he is. But I mean, as I said earlier, guys, like, the update is it's just pretty much all the run-of-the-mill same old stuff, right? Even though I do love the memory changing system that they do have, but the characters are amazing, guys. Shermie is way stronger. Kusanagi's support buffs are pretty wild. Psyche is a whole lot stronger, a whole lot better in the plug-in plans, because now he can suck in enemies. Like, the update as far as characters is awesome. The update as far as content is whatever, right? So take that with what you will, guys. Also, in the shop, Netmarble's done something a little bit different, where in the re-entry EX special shop, you can actually buy EX stones for rubies. So some of you guys that might be free to play out there, I mean, even on my free to play account, I might go ahead and buy a few of these just to help out and strengthen up my characters, because this first one does decrease defenses. That's actually really good for Cosme, making it a little bit better of a support. This one increases active 3 skill damage. This could be really, really great on Shermie, guys. Like, very, very strong for her, because her 1 and 3, the critical damage again for Shermie or Cosme would be amazing for them. This stone here actually gives increased attack, which is good for any character, especially if they have a lot of critical hits, which most of them do. This one increases attack when lands fire skill, so really, really good. And this one here also increases attack by a large amount. So, like, if you're trying to strengthen an EX character and you need EX stones, say you have an EX character from the past that you're wanting to level up, one that's been buffed, these stones will work on them. Like that, even for Rugal, that one stone that increases that 3rd skill damage, that would be OP, guys. So it might be something to think about. You know, 1,800 rubies can get you a full set for a character, and in my opinion, I do think it's worth it. I do, because these stones really do make a big difference for your characters. But you're gonna have to decide whether or not it's worth it to spend rubies on stones, or even if you need these stones. It really depends on those situations. But guys, let me know what you think about the update. And I do stream on Twitch at 9 p.m. GG+7 time. The link is in the description below, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one. See you, everybody. Take care.